SCORE Business Showcase. My name is Doreen Abubakar, and today I'll be your host. And today we have Jonathan Henderson here from BU Clothing Line. So, Jonathan, tell us a little bit about your clothing line.
BU Clothing Line is, a clothing line that, I thought about and put together over the course of 2 years. And BU is the acronym of Boss Up. Again, Boss Up is catering to, and telling people to boss up in all aspects of their life. Again, it's across the board in your business, your religious field, all over, while being yourself in the process. So that's literally what it stands for.
So with the clothing line, what is your ultimate goal? Where do you hope to see it?
I just hope to see it in, like stores. I like to see people wearing it. I want people to actually get the whole concept of what the clothing line stands for, not just buying it to wear it, but understanding the meaning behind it, and letting it become them, because that's what it did for me.
Are you wearing a shirt today?
Actually, I am. This is one of my designs right here. Boss Up.
That's nice.
So thank you.
So is the whole clothing line just sort of having this as the logo brand or other things?
Well, it's definitely different. I started off with a different design, and as other designers do, they just merge onto different designs, and this is just one of them. But I do have a primary design that I started off with.
And so, how'd you come about actually starting this? Words I think are sometimes difficult to come up with and say, you know what, I could create a whole brand around this word. So what was it about? What were you going through? What was it? What brought this about?
It's funny. I'm a very religious guy. So I told myself and I told God, I was like, hey, I want a clothing line. I want to do this. And there were some designs that I had that was rushed. And then the Bible states that's in due season.
Mm-hmm.
So it literally took me 2 years to even come up with the brand. I wrote different things down. I have a notebook full of like different ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I went to sleep one day and woke up, and when I woke up, it was like, in my mind, it was just like, be you, like Boss Up. And it was just there. When I woke up, I was like, I got it.
Wow.
And from there, it just transitioned from there. I started putting it on clothes, started wearing it myself. People started liking it. The meaning came more and more to me as I went along, and that's how it came about.
So, there's a lot of people who have ideas and think about branding things and starting clothing lines and things like that. What would you share about your journey in starting this company?
What I would say to an individual that wants to start a clothing line or a business, any business, I would tell them to shoot for the stars. I would tell them to go after what it is that they want to go after. You're not going to get all of the support that you think you should get, but that shouldn't stop you from doing what it is that you want to do or that you love. I had, finances, there's a lot of different things that come across when you go to start a business. And as long as you are motivated and you're hungry and determined to get things done and see your baby grow, then go for it. So that's what I would tell them.
Okay. So how much time and energy do you work a job too?
I do work a job. Full time, actually.
Full time.
60 plus hours.
Okay, and
Yeah.
you still find time to follow your dreams.
You have to. Like what we do is we get tied into, our job, which may not even be ours, but we're supporting someone else's vision, someone else's dream. And we may have a dream and or a vision, but we don't put the time into doing that. And I believe that we should. I just believe that we should. And if we organize our time, we will find that we have enough time to actually do what it is that we want to do and pursue our dreams as well. We can support them and support ourselves as we go along.
That's really, really insightful. And for such a young man, it's really something to see. Um, so, do you work with other people? Do you
Um,
have, some other young people working with you with the design? How do you get it out? How do people get it?
I recently hired an acquaintance of mine. Like he's like a brother to me, and he became my business partner. So now he, alongside of me, helps me with like the marketing, the constant posting on social media, help me with the models and getting models and sending out emails, and even with my designs, he helps me out with all that. So I do have one other person.
So you mentioned models now. So do you do shows of some kind?
I do. I'm a photographer as well. So,
Okay.
and my photography business is called Elegant Production Photos. And I've been doing photography for like 3 years. So I host all my own photo shoots, which which my models are wearing my designs. And yeah,
So far, what do you have? What clothing? What?
I have a lot of, well, I cater to the season.
Okay.
So right now we're in the summer season. So, I got a lot of like short sleeve shirts, V-neck t-shirts, tank tops, stuff, hats, stuff like that. And then once the winter come out, I also have sweaters and hoodies and zip ups and sweatpants and stuff like that. So,
And it all has Boss Up on it.
there's different designs. So, some has BU,
Oh,
some
BU,
has
okay.
Boss Up. So yeah, I mean, again, as time goes along, whatever visions come to me, after I sit on it and God gives me the go, then I move forward and just go ahead and get that design out.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
So, do you have a place? Is this out of your home? Do you have a storefront?
This is out of my home right now. I don't sell the pieces out of my house, but what I do have is my contact, which is my designer, who puts everything together for me. So as the orders come in through email or through Facebook or through Messenger or through text message, I place that order. I put that design out there. I get those clothes, and then I deliver them to those customers.
So, so as a part of your system, are you actually branding the clothing yourself? Do you have all colors, styles?
Yep, all types of styles, all types of colors. That's actually one of the big ticket items that people love, that they can interchange different colors. Like on this shirt, this one's a burgundy shirt with the gold print, but I have like a pink shirt with white print for the girls.
Oh, so people can customize.
Yep, you could
their
definitely
order
customize.
too?
Yep, definitely could customize the order, and that's what they like about it. So I don't want to put too many like restrictions on the clothing line. However, I don't want it to change from the direction and vision that I saw. But interchanging colors is definitely something that they can do.
I was reading when you sent some stuff over, you were talking about how you like to host events, bringing people together. What type of event is that?
So as of right now, it's a small group. I have 13 guys in this group, expanding it to ladies as well. It's called PTO, which stands for Positive Takeovers. This came to me because like I walk through my own communities a lot of the times. I watch TV, and I see how, one, there's more negative in our communities than positive. And then with that, there are positive people in our communities that's trying to make a change, but there's a lot of talk behind them and no action. And what I want to do is put the talk with the action. So an event that I'm hosting is a Building Business Brunch, which will take place September 12th. And that's through PTO. That's through my PTO group. And it's really just empowering the youth, empowering the next man, the next young lady who wants to start their own business, who don't really have the connects or don't even know how to do it, to come to this event and see how to go about doing that versus creating a business plan or even a mood board or how to budget, stuff like that. And I want them to be around a group of people who have already started their business. So I have like different vendors coming, and these vendors are just going to get a 15-minute snippet of time to talk about the flaws and successes of their business. A lot of the time, we talk about the successes of our business, but we never told them how we got there and the struggles that it took us to get to those, to the success of our business. And a lot of people are just like, hey, this is where I'm at right now. I'm not doing too great in my business. I see you, and you're doing awesome. And if they heard about what we struggle with and the support we didn't get, that will empower them to say, you know what, I can keep going.
To push through.
Yeah. So that's what this group is all about. And this is what the event is going to do.
So you were able to. So did you start out as a male group first? You have a crew.
It was funny because I used to be a part of this organization called King. King is an organization based out of New York, however, it's across the world. And there's a great guy by the name of Chris Bouchard, and he is a sports commentator. And this is his group. So most of the people that's within this group are basketball players or retired basketball players and people that's in the sports community. And it's an all-male group. So I wanted to do a lot more things in my city and in my state. So that's where PTO came about. So it did start off as a male group. But my right-hand man in this group, we decided to open it up to females as well, because we understand that alongside any strong man is a strong lady, and aside any strong lady is a strong man. So instead of doing it separately, let's just do it together, because that's what community is.
Sounds great. Sounds like a great program. Are there any other businesses that you sort of dabble in?
I'm a photographer. Photography started first. Photography before my clothing line started first. I went to high school. I took all the pictures for all the graduations. I was in the school newspaper, so it became a hobby that I loved. And then once I graduated, I said, hey, you know what? This is something I want to continue. And then I didn't start it right off the bat because the equipment was expensive. So my parents always said, hey, I'm not getting it for you. I mean, if the only way to learn how to value something is to go out there and work for it and get it yourself. No handouts. So that's what I did. And, I got my first $500 and got my first camera and started taking pictures. And then I bought my computer and started editing. And then I just started buying equipment as I went along. People started asking me to do it. To take pictures for the event. And I started doing weddings and birthday parties and baby showers and maternity shoots, and now it's picking up. So
you're a very, very busy man, young man. So going back to the positive takeovers, you said you have an event coming up.
Yes.
And are you trying to basically create a movement, a program, and you said you want to see it move?
Yes.
Throughout the cities?
Yes. So one of the bigger things that we do in Positive Takeovers is every first and third Saturday of the month, we're all unified in the same shirt or same clothing, and we go out and we do community cleanups. So we will start off in Fairhaven, which is a community in New Haven, and we'll do it there. And then we'll go to Hamden, and then we're going to come out here in Bridgeport. And then we're going to move to Boston. Not move to Boston, but we're going to go out there, travel to Boston, and do the same thing out there. I just don't want one city to think that that's what we're doing. I literally want to go across the globe as I can and do the same thing there. I want everybody to understand that it's just not here or there. It's everywhere that we need to tackle, that we need to change, and people need to understand that that positivity takes place everywhere, or can take place everywhere at least.
And is the cleanup one of the actions of Positive Takeover?
Yes. We have like ambassadors around the cities. Like I have ambassadors downtown New Haven. I'm assuming that Bridgeport also have ambassadors as well, but they only clean up the area that they're in. So if downtown is clean, but then you go like the next city over and they're not clean, then it's like, what's that? So my thing is, to link with those ambassadors, help them clean downtown, go to Fairhaven, help clean Fairhaven, or clean Fairhaven and move to Hampden and do that as well. And they're not just in one spot, but everywhere.
And then what other things do you see Positive Takeovers doing? So they do the event and they do cleanups.
I just want to be, I want this group and everybody that's a part of this group, everybody that want to be a part of this group to be seen in a positive light. And not that I want us to be seen as in a positive light. I want us to be doing positive things, not even for to be seen, but to just do it, because that's the greatest and better thing to do.
So right now it might be cleanup, but as it grows with positive activities, other activities, you might take on doing other things in neighborhoods across.
I told a lot of people this vision that I had a long time ago. It literally was probably like 4 years ago, and one day I had a lot on my mind, so I ended up walking downtown New Haven, and as I'm walking through the park, I see all of these homeless people, and they're literally just all sleeping on one bench, some under the bench, some on the steps of a church, some by the water fountain. They're just everywhere. And I'm looking at them, and some of them not covered, some of them are cold. They have their food, you know what I mean, or their bag with them. But it was a sight to see, and it struck me. It really hurt it. It really did. So what I want to do, one of the biggest events that I want to do, and I want the entire city of New Haven to help me out with it. Okay. Seriously, I want to take the entire green downtown and just turn it into like this giant cookout. I want to have a giant cookout for all of anybody, but more so catering to these homeless individuals. And then I have different companies that I'm writing letters to that can send me over sheets and comforters and pillows and some clothes, some shirts, and some duffel bags. Because in this cookout, which is just the feeding aspect of it, I want them to build a bag while they're there as well. So that during the winter time, they got this bag that has this pillow, this comforter, this sheet, this extra pair of clothes, the hygiene stuff that they need, so that they can be, you know what I mean? I can't give everybody a home. I can't give everybody shelter, but I can keep you warm. Yes. I can work towards doing that. And that's one of my biggest goals, literally. So if I can get that done, I will feel accomplished, honestly.
I'm finding you to be so amazing, have such passion at such a young age. So where are you from?
I'm from New Haven.
You are born and raised?
Born and raised in New Haven.
Wow.
Yeah. My mom did a great job.
Yeah,
yep.
I must say, it must come from a strong family as well.
Yeah, my dad, he's hard on me every day, all day. He's a mentor to me. My mom, she just instilled all the greatest things that any young man should know. And I try to take that, keep God first, and you just keep moving. I mean, nobody's perfect, but I'm trying.
Now, what's the date of the brunch?
The brunch is September 12th, which is this September the 12th, 2017. It was on a Saturday. It's from 11 to 3.
And the brunch is to do what?
This brunch again is just to anybody that wants to start a business, that has a business, is not doing too well, it's doing well. Every day you learn new things. So I'm just looking to have different empowerment individuals that business is flourishing come speak, run different seminars, and be a vendor at this event. So those people that are trying to build their business and stuff like that, they can see again, where they can be in the next year or 2 years by just striving to do what it is that they love and their passion behind it.
So I'm getting a sense that a lot of what you're doing is you feel that in New Haven you don't see a lot of this.
I feel like I don't see it everywhere. Not saying that the people that's out here that's positive aren't doing positive things in our community. I just feel like a lot of those people talk more than the action behind it. And with those who are putting who are putting action behind it, just want to put more action behind it. Right. I mean, I just want to do more instead of say more. You know what I mean? Say less and do more. Like, you know what I mean? That's how I feel. Literally, I will hate for somebody to be like, hey, well, I did this and I did that and I'm doing this and I'm doing that, but I don't see the change in the community. I have, some acquaintances who, you know what I mean? A lot of them just rather, it's hard to get a job out here now. Money, I need money now and I can't get a job. Where am I going to turn? So now they turn into drugs and stuff like that. And, I have acquaintances who have done that. And, you know what I mean? I have friends who have lost their life. And I look at just certain situations that I wasn't able to help. And now that I'm of age and I can make a change or do something in a positive manner to make that change, I want to do it. And I don't want to just be on my Facebook and writing statuses that says, hey, this is what we should do and this is that and the third. But no, like let's actually do it. Let's put the action behind it. Yeah.
And right now you're developing a movement or a group of people who feel the same way.
That has all adopted the same
really
idea.
Great.
Yes.
That is really great.
Yes.
So do you feel that amongst young people that you're filling a void, that there's a need for this kind of thing?
Yes. And I mean, in our communities growing up, I look back in time to when my parents was growing up, and they had their fathers and they had their mothers. They had role models. Our current role models now are rappers and actors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any kids, but when I have kids, I would hate for their role model to be an actor on TV or a singer or a rapper. Not because they're bad people, but because there's other things bigger than that. I mean, I love basketball, I love sports, but I would hate for them to, not that I would hate for their role model to be someone within sports, but there's something bigger than that. Like, I want them, as long as their role model is positive, I want that. And in the communities that we're growing up now, the kids don't have fathers, or, and, their mom is everything to them, their dad, their mom. Some of them don't have older brothers or older sisters. So the sister who don't have a sister don't really know if her mom's trying to learn how to be a lady, or the boy who don't have a father and don't have a brother don't really know. So they're literally going to the communities, which is teaching us the negative things about about life. They're looking at them as role models, and then it's just creating an entire community of individuals that we should be empowering. Like we grow up and we learn all these lessons. Are we teaching them to, are we teaching it to them? We have the avenues to do it, but are we doing it? And I don't want to be that person. I tell people this story, which is a sad story. I had an aunt, and my aunt passed away. And one day I was at this place, and I see my aunt. And my aunt came to me and she said, hey, do you have a couple dollars? And I don't believe I did. So, my aunt left, was like, bye, I love you, stuff like that. And then later on, a couple months later, I found out that my aunt had passed away. And she had passed away outside. Like, she just, she was homeless. And I didn't know that. And it struck me because I was just like, those couple dollars at that time could have possibly transitioned time to where something differently could have happened. Mm-hmm. And it sticks with me now because I'm like, I could have did something different. And I didn't. So it hurts. And yeah. So now, wherever I can help, I'm trying to do that.
So if someone wanted to get involved, do you have an open door? Can people join your cause?
Yeah, definitely. I'm on Facebook. My Facebook name is Jonathan something different Henderson.
It's what?
It's Jonathan something different Henderson.
Okay.
So as of right now, I'm not gonna give my phone number out, but if you follow, go on Facebook and find me, or shoot me an email at hendersonjonathan2015@yahoo.com. This is ways that I can get in contact with you with me, and we could just make it happen and go for it.
Well, Jonathan, I want to thank you so much for coming out to
Thank you so
the
much.
SCORE Business Showcase. We really enjoyed sharing time with you today.
I appreciate
We
you
hope
having
come
me.
to see us again.
Of course, of course. Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us on the SCORE Business Showcase. If you want more information on how you could start a business, on marketing or sales, stay tuned for more information on the screen coming next.